Hello, hello, hello! Melanie Silva here, recovered people pleaser turned boundary baddie. Listen, if you've ever stayed in a relationship way too long because you didn't want to hurt their feelings or you were scared, then this video is for you. In one relationship, I stayed an extra year because I didn't want to hurt him. Spoiler alert, I hurt myself. So if you're at your breaking point and wondering how the hell do I end this, I'm walking you through 5 key steps to break up with someone when you're a people pleaser. These are the steps I wish someone had handed to me on a Post-it note when I was crying in the bathroom, whispering to myself, is this love or is it just control? I don't know. At this point, they all feel the same. That's how you know it's toxic, when it all feels the same, okay? If you want to start setting boundaries without feeling like a jerk, grab my free guide below, Say No with Grace. It's a game changer. Okay, step 1, emotionally detach. Now I know that sounds super anti-healing, but trust me, this is triage. Right now, your emotions are doing backflips, okay? One minute it's, oh my gosh, I gotta get out of here. And then the next moment it's like, oh, but they made me soup that one time. No one else can make me soup like him, just him. Maybe he is the one. No, this push-pull isn't clarity. It's confusion created by fear and manipulation. Besides, let's be real, the soup wasn't even that good. Like Campbell's level effort. When I was in it, I had to go numb just to move. I pressed pause on my heart and gave myself permission to feel everything later. Think of it as stuffing your emotions in a suitcase, not forever, but long enough to get yourself out of the burning house. Trust your gut, even if it's just a whisper. Listen to it. Step 2, build your support squad. Now, this isn't the time to do it alone, okay, sis? You need 1 to 3 people who know what's up. Could be your ride or die friend, your cousin, or even like a quiet acquaintance who really gets you. Just make sure they're safe, solid, and not going to say something like, oh, but he seems so nice. We don't need that. You need people who will hold you when you cry. You need people who will hold you accountable. And yes, therapy helps. I had a therapist help me through one breakup, and friends helped me through another. Both were lifelines. Also, it's so important to create slivers of joy to help you get through this dark time. For me, it was comedy. But for you, maybe it's pottery, a book club, hiking, church, doing little makeup tutorials on yourself, whatever floats your boat. I think this is something that's not talked about enough in the healing space, is that a person cannot be deep healing all of the time. Like, there's a time to look at all of your demons in the mirror and cry and sob. And then there's another time when it's best to just put some makeup on those demons and go to the club and throw your ass in a circle, you know? Sometimes you have to twerk the demons away. I think they put that in the Bible somewhere. Paul 69:69. Okay, I'm just kidding. I like to have fun. Slivers of joy, bish. But all jokes aside, balance the deep healing with slivers of joy that you create for yourself. That's how you gradually build a new normal. Step 3, rehearse the script. Yes, rehearse the breakup like a script. I have a background in sales, and guess what? Breakups are full of objections, especially if they're used to you caving because, you know, you're the people pleaser. No shade, I've been there, that's why we're here. So what you're gonna do is prepare your line, your tone, and your counter, then go silent. I repeat, say it, counter once, then go quiet. Let them flail, let them monologue, do not re-enter the ring. Let me tell you how I learned this the hard way. There was one breakup where I literally asked, I was like, hey, do you think we should break up? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. Whatever you say. That's how this whole relationship works, right, Poppy? I stayed for like an extra 7 months, okay? Like, so embarrassing. But in another relationship, one that was way more toxic, I tried to leave several times. And every time, he'd manipulate me into staying. It wasn't until I followed this exact structure that I finally got out. I remember that day like the back of my hand, seared into my memory. I had practiced what I was going to say. I anticipated how he'd throw back at me. I gave myself a script and I stuck to it. I told him, I'm over it, it's done, I can't do this anymore. He came back with, you don't mean that, you're acting crazy, you're emotional, la, 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 la. Just all the usual baloney. But I said nothing. I went silent. And then I started laughing. I think it was because I was nervous and I was just like, like staring at him all crazy. Honestly, I sounded like a deranged cartoon squirrel. I was this close to turning into a Pixar character. And that is when he snapped. He was like, see, you're the monster. Who laughs in a moment like this? And God, I remember thinking, oh, who tells their girlfriend to shut up in front of people on a regular basis, huh? Who's the actual monster here, sucker? Now, I didn't say that. I knew if I clapped back, he'd twist it and say, well, maybe if you didn't act stupid, I wouldn't have to call you stupid. You know, some BS like that, you know, classic stuff. So I just held the silence. He kept spinning in circles, and eventually I stood up, walked out, and that was it. That was the last time I ever had to deal with him. So please, hear me. When you finally say your piece, they will try to break you down. They might insult you. They might beg. They might rage. Your voice might shake. You might feel like a terrible person. But I swear to you, do not speak. Hold your tongue. Let the silence be your power. Then get the fluff out of there, all right? Break out of Dodge. Step 4, block them on everything. Everything. Block them on everything. Text, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, smoke signals, carrier pigeons. If you see one in the sky, shoot it down. No, I'm just kidding. Do what it takes. Why? Because people who manipulate don't let go easy. They test boundaries. They'll say things like, oh, you're overreacting, or hey, let's just talk about it. Think about it. Why would they want to lose you? You are the people pleaser. You have been appeasing and facilitating their every whim. You quite literally make their whole life better. I know that's what I did for my ex. Also, to lose you is a scratch at their power, and they hate losing that. That hurts their ego, which they're very much driven by. So it's not about love, it's about losing their little puppet, which is you for now, but we're gonna change that. I mean, who wouldn't want to keep around a sweet, soft little puppet like you? Okay, I've been there, sis. Us puppets, we gotta watch out because they prefer us to be caged up in the home, all right? Sitting on their mantle like a little elf on the shelf. I was Mel on the shelf. Don't fall into the trap. Protect your peace. Protect your peace like it's Beyonce at the Met Gala. She brings security, she knows her worth. Hell, I think we all know her worth. I think it's about 780 million. You, me, Beyonce, we're all the same here, all right? 3 peas in a pod. We're all valuable and worth protecting. Step 5, trust that it gets better. My heart goes out to you. This is a very difficult position to be in, but I want to let you know that I have been there. I have gotten out. It took time, it took healing, but I can genuinely look you in the eye through the screen and tell you I'm the happiest I've been in my entire life. Happiness is something you can have without condition. Love is something that you can have without sacrifice, okay? You really can. It is tangible for you. I love you, and soon you will love you too. So if you're a people pleaser trying to reclaim your voice, download my free guide below, Say No with Grace. It's the first step to getting yourself back. Comment below if you have ever tried to break up with someone and got manipulated into staying. How'd you get out? Let me know. Let's chat. I'm Melanie Silva, recovered people pleaser turned boundary baddie, and I'm a proud emotional escape artist. I'll see you in the next one.